Savage Media.
Blessed risings, good afternoon, or good evening. Depending on where in the world you are tapping in from, you got to keep in mind that Keep It P podcast is a global show, and today we will be discussing Met Police detective who sent racist messages allowed to keep her job. That's what we're talking about here on this episode of Those Model Citizens. Um, this is in the UK. Now, is it a shocker? Is it a shocker? But what is funny is how tethers, model citizens, everybody who comes from somewhere else to America always has a problem with black people standing up for themselves. But they're running away from their country because they don't want to stand up for themselves, right? So it's not a shock that they then come over here and don't want to stand up for themselves, only unless it's against black people. Then all of a sudden, they have this backbone. Then all of a sudden, they know what racism is. Just when it's black people, of course. But let it be mommy and zaddy doing any of it? Oh no. That's like an initiation process. That's just the dues that we have to pay to be considered equal. See, black people, all you gotta do is let them step on you and be their lapdog, and then you gonna get some rights. They gonna let you do something. You might get an occasional message or two, but don't worry about it. So this lady got to keep her job. Victoria Teagle, uh, Metropolitan Police detective, was found guilty of sending racist messages via WhatsApp. That's your go-to. They want you to know that. That's your go-to white supremacy tool. Has been allowed to keep her job. DS Victoria Teagle was investigated over the messages sent to her then partner, who eventually reported them to police professional standards investigators. Ratted out by your partner there. A hearing was held earlier this year and concluded a fortnight ago by finding the detective's behavior had fallen below the standards of the professional behavior expected from police officers relating to conduct and authority and respect and courtesy. A lot of ands in there. Because you didn't do and. Well, they be talking about how we talk, talking about Ebonics. Listen, if that wasn't the ghettoist, the redneckiest, the outcome of the case has not been made public. Of course not. Teagle was found guilty of gross misconduct by a disciplinary panel and has received a final written warning which will last 3 years. The Met has confirmed gross misconduct carries a maximum penalty of dismissal without notice and being placed on a list barring people from future employment in policing. The decision to let Teagle stay has caused outrage among some in policing who believe it undermines promises by the Met Commissioner Mark Rowley to rid his force of discrimination. Where y'all at? Why y'all ain't fighting? Why y'all ain't standing up? Oh, I forgot y'all don't do that. You just run. You just run to the place where black people already done held it down. You just run to the place that's already been fought for you. You just run to the place where you can just hop in and get in where you fit in. It continues, the decisions on Teagle were reached by the disciplinary panel, which had an independent, legally qualified chair. Blah, 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 blah. They're more lenient to police chiefs in government and changing the rules. The messages sent in 2021 were alleged to contain an offensive racist remark about an Asian colleague insulting her Chinese heritage. What that mean? What she say? What she say? If it was something derogatory towards a black person, they would have said what was said. This leads me to believe that it probably wasn't really nothing that bad. In fact, it probably wasn't racism at all. That's why your community's not up in arms about it. That's why you don't hear no chants. That's why you don't see no marches. Of course, unless it was a black person who had did it, then of course you'd be in all the Chinatowns in solidarity against black people. Blah 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 blah. Andy George, the president of the National Black Police Association. Why is you talking, dog? What you got to do with this? Hold on, dog. Why you didn't let the National Asian Police Association speak up? See how it says National Black Police Association, right? How come you don't ever speak up for? I ain't never heard of you, as a matter of fact. But now I hear of you all of a sudden for some Asian discrimination that may or may not really have been discrimination because nobody has say what was said. But Andy George, the president of the National Black Police Association, said he feared the decision damaged policing. So this was the straw that broke the egg roll's back right here. This is the soy sauce trail of tears that did it all right here. Nothing that happened to black people, of course, but this right here. He sounds like a tether. He continues, I am deeply concerned and disappointed that DS Victoria Teagle was only given a 3-year final written warning for a series of staggering unprofessional racist text messages via WhatsApp repeatedly to her ex-partner who reported these acts as a witness. This is just one example of many similar cases that have come to light recently and goes against the ethos of zero tolerance against racism and policing envisaged in the National Police Chiefs Council Race Action Plan, word salad, and we don't care. How all of a sudden did we get involved in this? It's always black people to the rescue. And then what happens, black people, is they turn against you. And it happens every time. Stop watering down the cause with everyone because everyone doesn't water down their cause, including you, black people. He has more to say. We are concerned with the message this sends to others in the service and hope that more will be done to ensure racists in the ranks are held to account, particularly given the harsher treatments those from Black, Asian, and minority ethnic backgrounds often receive. Let me show you something in this article, though. This is what they think about you. See, let me show you this. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm circling it. See, black is lowercase. See, Asian, see how it has an uppercase? See that? See that? We talking about a proper name. This Asia. It's Asian. You're saying the name. Well, why ain't you got B with a capital, black with a capital B? That's is what we are. That's what we dealing with. Black Americans here should be capital, right? Right. Shout out Jay Lava. Not trying to tell you what to think, trying to show you how to think. Hello, McFlizzle. Lastly, it's not enough to simply acknowledge these injustices. We must actively work to weed out those in our ranks who let policing down and inhibit our ability to keep all communities safe. Nobody talks about all communities when they talking about you, black people. Just to let you know, sorry. Sorry. What did we learn here today, boys and girls, before I let you go? What did we learn here? Black people have no friends. That's just what it is. It's all pretendo and innuendo. but we don't have no friends. Let's just keep it real. And that's just what it is. It's down to the nitty gritty, and that's what it is. It's about cutting the check, and that's it. We don't have no friends. And all I smell is that, yep, my detective meter is going off. I smell it amongst us. But I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being off code. Gonna leave you 4 words as we always do about this time. Subscribe for the vibe, like for the spike, comment your vomit, share if you dare, if you care. Over on these platforms, we're everywhere. Love, peace, blessings, and Maloha. Gotta go high for show high. You already know how. Big brother, light bright, supreme almighty, signing off.